Hi, welcome to Red Barrels Explode. Today we're taking a look at, or a look back rather, at Saints Row the Third. This is Kevin speaking. Chris is in the pilot seat again today.
Hello.
Hey, and yeah, so this is quite early in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of got past the intro. And we've got the first crib, or safe house, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And you're sort of doing like the first sort of basic missions. Basically, the Saints have kind of lost their foothold in the world, I guess, and they've kind of become a brand.
Yeah.
Quite jokingly, rather than
Like their own
gangsters.
It's
Yeah.
like energy drinks and shit.
Yeah,
and and all that crap. Yeah, it's really stupid. Really, a lot of my thoughts on this game is that whenever I was originally playing this, I played this a lot, and when I was there's an upgrade tree in this game, and there's armor ones and ammo ones and all this stuff, and they all sort of end with basically you being indestructible and not having to reload and having infinite ammo and sort of trivializing everything about the game. And that was something that whenever this first came out and everyone was playing it, and it was by the time you finished it, you were like, I'm just an indestructible monster. And it was sort of, well, whenever they do the next one, where are they going to go from there? And of course, by the time we got around to Saints Row 4, the way they went from there was they didn't just repeat the same thing again, they just made you a superhero and the president of the world. You could run faster than cars and fly and all that kind of stuff. I think the thing that, looking back at this is weird to think now, you kind of think, where do they even go from there now? Because they did another game recently called it was a Gat Out of Hell.
Yes.
Where you went to hell to rescue Johnny Gat, or you were Johnny Gat breaking out of hell or taking over hell. It was really dumb, and it was kind of... It felt like it was just more of the same of what Saints Row 4 did, because you had wings and stuff, because you were a big demon. I think it's quite nice to go back to this. Now, I understand why they didn't just hit the reset and say, oh, you're just a dude again. Because I feel like, people expect things like this to just keep ramping up and ramping up and ramping up.
Yeah.
But because it'd be kind of weird to come off the end of this and then just have your entire character just right back to zero again, because this gets really ridiculous. That's lovely. You gonna take that truck, or are you just murdering that man? There you go, he's dead too. Don't worry, you're fine. That's also something else I like about this game is that it takes the ideas, a lot of the ideas from GTA San Andreas, and just kind of runs with them, making essentially all of your reprehensible actions almost completely consequence free.
Yep.
You're just reprehensible, and it's encouraged.
Yeah, I think... I don't really play the GTA games.
Yeah.
I find they kind of got a bit too sort of gritty, or a
Is
bit
that
sort of like trying to be movies or something. I don't know.
something like from GTA 4 era onwards?
They kind of bored me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this, I think, kind of captures that really juvenile, funny sense of humor that I played the original GTA games before.
Yeah.
The wee top-down driving games.
Yeah, like GTA 1 and 2
Yeah,
were
yeah.
both like that.
GTA
And
London.
GTA London as well, which I think is still, as of yet, the only GTA game set in technically a real city.
Yeah.
They're all just weird analogies of other cities.
Yeah.
Like Liberty City's just New York, and San Andreas is Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's... Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. It's kind of like all the stuff you would do in San Andreas had this sort of Boys in the Hood kind of thing going on with the plot, but everything else around that was just go nuts. And like all the really dumb stuff with like going to the gym and working out and making your character look ridiculous
See,
and
to be
stuff.
honest, that's why I stopped playing San Andreas, because
Yeah.
I was like in the gym and it was kind of like, shit, I should be in a real gym.
Yeah, because they abandoned that in later Grand Theft Auto games
Yeah.
as well, which I think was wise, because I did not like having to go to the gym all the time just so I could stay good at punching people,
Yeah.
or that I could stay good at running away. Because the more you eat and stuff, but it seems like with Saints Row the Third, to a lesser extent Saints Row 2, but more with this one, they thought, right, how can we take all of those, the end results of all those elements, and make it just fun and not have it be a chore? And in this, I think they hit the nail on the head here, where
Yeah.
they just have permanent upgrade trees,
Yeah.
where you're going mad and you're doing the stuff that you enjoy by causing havoc.
Driving in the wrong lane.
Yeah, like right now, you got your little thing, your little experience thing in the corner there. And you're doing that with all the dumb stuff that you do. You're getting that, so you're having fun getting that, and then from doing that, you get to upgrade that shit. So your driving gets better. You run around and you just create chaos and shoot loads of people, and then you can upgrade all your shooting stuff because you like with money and you know.
They also didn't go down the GTA 4 route of like, and I don't know if they've changed that in later GTA games, but where the driving was really terrible because it was like realistic.
Yeah, they didn't really change. I mean, the driving in GTA 5 is a hell of a lot better than the driving in GTA 4, like miles better. But they're still definitely going for that realistic sort of actual, you know, traction on the road and weather affecting it.
I don't really want that in a game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
I mean,
supposed
some
to be
people
just
do.
fun. Like, no, it's fair enough if you enjoy it. That's grand. But it's
like,
something that I wouldn't particularly
like
play.
Forza Motorsport exists for those people.
Yeah.
And to a lesser,
sometimes you want to run people over at the same time, and that's cool.
Sometimes maybe you want to play Forza and you want to have pedestrians, and then maybe although Forza takes it to ridiculous extremes of you can tune your car and all that stuff, whereas GTA does a little bit of that. Like GTA 5 definitely does that, where you have each character in it has their own car you can upgrade and stuff. But
this guy seems too calm. Oh no, he ran off.
No,
that's him.
Oh, that fella?
He was just holding a coffee.
Was he still holding his coffee? Oh wow, what's happening down there?
So somebody ran off.
Something terrible's happening to them people. Okay.
I think I just shot somebody in the butt.
Yep. Chaos ensues. Wow, you're pretty good at that. I notice you are getting a little bit. I was going to say you're not getting chased by the cops there, but you do have your little
They just killed the cop there
symbol
as well.
in the corner. Yeah, so I'm wondering, because, I mean, they are theoretically, you know, I mean, they haven't said that they've stopped making these games.
Right.
So you got to assume that there's another one of these coming at some point. But I'm just wondering, like, what do you think is the solution to the... You know, they've taken it so far. They basically, in Saints Row 4, they made you a superhero. And in Get Out of Hell, you were essentially a demon that was, you know, had all the same powers as a superhero. I don't feel they can do that again. Do you think, would it be alright, do you think, to go back to this sort of resetting to zero?
I mean, this is my first time playing this, like the third one. I loved the second one. I played it back on 360, but this is my first time, and we're playing it all on PC, obviously, which is cool because I like having the mouse in the game.
Yeah.
Let's go for a drive.
Also, this does look better. This looks markedly better than the 360 version. And that was a spectacular stunt there. You got some money out of it. Yeah. You can use that to spend on infinite ammo upgrades later.
So I haven't played the other ones to kind of comment on that, but I definitely think if they just made another game like this, I would play it. It was a bit like Sleeping
Dogs was the one that was in Hong Kong. It was True Crime Hong Kong, and then that got cancelled, and they turned it into a game.
Because that was really good fun.
Yeah, it was. I think it went with the. It was at times a little bit ridiculous, but story-wise, it was very much a John Woo,
very
Hong Kong era,
hard-boiled.
Yeah, it's very much. It's a mix of hard-boiled and then also the film.
Affairs.
Yes, it's totally. The plot is Infernal Affairs, and the action is hard-boiled.
Yeah,
that's it. That is that entire thing. The whole thing is just, I am an undercover cop in the fucking triads, and it's horrible, and they're all terrible people, but I kind of like some of them, and morally conflicted, and police conspiracies and all that bullshit, and it was great.
I wonder if you feel at high speed.
But another thing, of course you can. Don't ask silly questions like that. I think in this game, if you think, could I do this in San Andreas? Yes, then you can do it in this.
Yeah, like
plus more.
The backpack I currently have on is the parachute. Yeah. It was the first thing I bought.
Yeah, it's just, I want infinite parachutes, please. Thank you very much. I might want to jump off a building at some point. So I feel that Sleeping Dogs handle it in a different way, whereas Sleeping Dogs took an interesting...
We died together, Frank.
Oh, they died clipping into each other, is what they did. But Sleeping Dogs really went for the... something surprising
Terrible shooting.
Whenever I played it was that they kind of took out... See what you're doing right now? You're standing in the middle of a crossroads and you are firing wildly at everybody, and it's kind of a big standoff. Sleeping Dogs, I think, very bravely abandoned that, because in Sleeping Dogs you don't really have guns. I mean, there are guns in it, but they are few and far between. You don't really have a lot of ammo for them. You use a pistol and then it's done, and you just pretty much just throw it away. And it was all about the combat, because the cops in Sleeping Dogs didn't really have guns, because it's Hong Kong.
Yes.
You know, Hong Kong cops aren't running around with guns. Except for, you know, SWAT guys and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Who would eventually, in some situations, they would show up and there would be shootouts. But most of it was just, in fact, what they did was they very smartly took the combat from the Batman Arkham games.
Yes, yeah.
And just used that. Whereas, I don't know, I mean, I don't think that would be a fit, but that's not a Saints Row fit.
No.
No, because this
Like
is what Saints Row is all about.
This is what it is. It's
Yeah,
fun.
look at this. This is great. You're just walking right up to this guy. He's shooting you point blank, and you're sort of fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
My health isn't going down. Oh, shit,
yeah.
snipers.
If you were to hang around there for a while and not do your runaway thing, eventually you would die.
Yeah.
At this stage of the game, however, I think about 15 hours in from now, you will probably be in a position where it is completely viable for you to just hold that crossroads forever until you get bored and then decide to walk away. Oh, yeah, because I mean, there's upgrades in this game like take no damage from explosions, and then there's an upgrade that it's take no damage from bullets, and then at that point, you know, everything's immaterial, and then it's like infinite ammo, and then there's infinite clip. So not only do you have infinite ammo, you'll eventually have to not reload anything ever. Oh, you did very well here. And of course, then you have your cell phone that you can bring up. I don't know if can you bring that up now? I'd say it pauses when you. It's basically the pause screen, isn't it? Yeah. Essentially, that guy's.
Whoa, he's.
Yeah. I mean, you're still not. I mean, your health's still all right. At this point, I mean, if you look at your health, it's currently full. It's kind of not the point. But yeah, eventually at some point in this game, you can pretty much order every vehicle in the game.
Oh, okay.
You can just call somebody up and go, bring me this. Because at this point, like, you'd have to go to your garage and get stuff. But later on, you can just say, you call up one of your homies and you say, bring me a car. And he will bring you the car you want.
Oh, okay.
And at some point as well, I don't know, is this like a Game of the Year edition? Does it have DLC and stuff in it? Or is this all...
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because in the DLC, if you got the DLC for this, there is a...
to be honest, I bought this on the Steam sale on my Steam binge.
Okay, and it was just, oh great, Saints Row for nothing.
Yeah, I was like, I enjoyed the second one, and I'm like, it has everything I enjoyed about the second one, the silliness.
Yeah.
Like, there's other games that I would play if I wanted like a serious story. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
This is just a fun, ridiculous.
Yeah, and the story in this is, the story in this is great.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's like, you know, it's fine. You can do this stuff, and in fact, this is another thing I think this has over GTA, in that all this stuff you're doing right now, here we go. All this stuff you're doing right now is not contradicted by the story, whereas in GTA 4 it was.
Oh yeah, like
in GTA 4, what did you call
Nico
the guy?
Bellic.
Nico, yeah, he was wandering around the entire time saying,
complaining about shooting people.
This life, I'm trying to get away from this life, and it's like, all right,
well,
so
just don't do it.
It's like, so Nico, then are you gonna go and you're gonna get a job? No, I'm gonna go to criminals and I'm gonna ask them if they need work done. Oh really? So you're getting away from the life, are you? Whereas in this, you're the leader of a gang, and in fact, you're famous for it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that you're and everybody knows who Johnny Gat is. I mean, the start of this game.
Oh well, I'll die.
Do you think we should have a look at
look at the start actually?
The beginning, yeah.
Because
it just sums up how ridiculous.
Because I was in stitches the whole way through.
Yeah. And then they've got the whole that horde mode is a terrible pun.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. And it's also kind of crap.
Yeah.
But it's perfectly acceptable in this game because it just fits. It's so stupid. Oh. But yeah,
so far basically what we're saying is this game is stupid but fun.
This game is stupid but fun. As I mean, and when has that ever been a bad thing?
No.
You know, well, I guess it depends who you're talking to. If you're talking to, oh, here we go, and also this weird. I love this. It's Star Wars, but it's got the music from 2001, which is great. Yeah. So yeah, this whole intro is just tonally just
to do shit.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of thing that I guess when you're explaining this to someone, they might think that sounds really daft, but when you see it all executed, it just sort of works.
Like, I think it's very clever in its stupidity, if that makes any sense.
Oh, it does. Yeah. I mean, there are many levels of humor, and sometimes it takes a smart person to make a dumb joke.
Well, who gives a fuck about this?
Exactly. Screw that guy. Also, as well, I mean, it's one of these things where, yes, it continues on from the previous games, but even if you have no knowledge of what the previous games were, it kind of doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, no.
You maybe miss some of the in-jokes, but it wouldn't be enough to make you...
You might care a bit more about Shondi and Johnny Gat, although personally I've never really liked Johnny Gat.
I like Shondi though, for some reason. I think she's just kind of like this.
She's a good buddy.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about Shondi, whereas Johnny Gat's just kind of...
I like the fact that they never like made like a sexual connection between the main character and Shondi either.
Although,
it's just like...
There is a thing in Saints Row 4, which is one of the... Oh, here we go. This is the ad for their energy drink, isn't it? Yeah. But, the thing that you're saying about like the sexual thing, they do a great thing in Saints Row 4 that was very topical at the time, and I guess still kind of is, where they're just, I mean, to be honest, they're just taking the piss out of Mass Effect, and they do it really well. Whereas you know how Mass Effect, all the dumb shit with like their romantic
Japanese
subplots,
commercials,
you know, all that stuff, and that's like in every single Mass Effect game. When Saints Row 4 came out, I think Mass Effect 3 had just come out as well, and it was like, it was sort of a topic at the time in culture of people talking about, you know, well, this is kind of daft, and you know, they have this, and there was a whole controversy about, you know, they have like homosexual relationships in Mass Effect, but in Mass Effect 3 there's just one. There's literally, if you're a male character, there was one option for that, and it was kind of thing, and that was there was a lot of discussion about that at the time. Whereas in Saints Row 4,
you're robbing a bank dressed like yourself.
There we go. Yeah. This is amazing.
Who doesn't want to be Johnny Gat?
Yeah, they're all robbing the bank with his face mask, and he is in fact wearing a mask of his own face, robbing this bank. Yeah, so Saints Row 4, they handled the stupid romantic subplots basically.
Cut Josh some slack. He's
between
just
missions, you're sort of outside the Matrix,
right?
And everybody's on a little ship. You know they are in the Matrix.
Yeah.
On the Nebuchadnezzar or whatever. You just walk around that ship, and there's whenever you walk up to your character, you have the option to talk to them, or you have the option to have sex with them. And you can just go around every single person on that ship, even Keith David, who's playing himself, by the way. Keith David is the vice president, playing Vice President Keith David, voicing himself as Keith David. So yeah, that's how they handle that. So I think that's a good sort of indication of where they're always going with this. And I guess this is like they've unwittingly robbing this bank that's run by this syndicate operation. Which gets introduced, I think, after this whole ludicrous segment. It's like this entire intro is just fucking stupid. Yep, I think you might be about to get into it.
Yep.
And also, this is the whole, you haven't made your character yet, so they're covering up your face.
Yeah, which is a brilliant way to do it. Like,
and I don't think, does your character speak?
Oh yeah, but you've got the voice thing on it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a voice modulator? Yeah. So this, and also you're wearing a very bulky jacket, so you could be a man, you could be a lady, it doesn't matter. Which is another one of the great things about this game, where is that shit doesn't matter. You can pick whatever you want, and it's great. Oh. Oh, is this the actor that's come along with you to research the part or whatever?
Oh, Johnny Gat.
Yep.
In the Saints movie.
I can't believe you're still thinking about it.
Do you want to know who these people are?
Listen, all that matters is the vault. Let's find that and get the hell out of here.
Is this what it's normally like?
Nice.
Yeah, normally.
So you have like a whole bunch of wrestling moves in this. You can unlock. I think you can later on. You end up with like you have like what do you call that? Like suplex and stuff.
Yeah.
That you unlock. It's really dumb.
Oh, she's actually dead. She's just
just clipped into a pillar. Yeah. Oh no.
That's weird.
No, there's something weirdly. No, that's just wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with the next one of these. That's the thing I wonder about.
No way.
Where do they go? Because a lot of people, although people were asking that at the end of this, where the hell do you go from here? And of course the answer was jump over buildings and run faster than cars. I mean, you do not need to get into a car in Saints Row 4, and they knew that. So
Not cool, man.
they put the radio stations in your head in Saints Row 4. You can just turn it on and off wherever you are, so you can be listening to the radio the entire time. You can get through that entire game pretty much without ever really getting into a car. There's a couple of missions where you do it, but the whole time you're doing it, you're like, I could get out and run faster than this.
I love this. Just random thing. Sign autograph.
In the middle of this bank robbery, yep, there you go.
Josh Burke.
The boss.
Don't be starstruck. I'm very approachable. Want me to sign your breasts?
No. That's it.
Yeah. No. By night played on DVD.
Oh, he's from some like hospital soap opera or something, isn't he?
Not entirely sure.
Yeah. This was like a Days of Our Lives kind of ER kind of show or something like that.
Let's get the chopper and lift this
Ah,
baby
here we
out
go.
of
Right.
here.
Everything just gets fucking more ridiculous from here. This entire section is just fucking stupid.
Josh, are you trying to get us all jail time?
What? I don't want to be some dude's bitch.
Do I have to go after him?
Forget about it. He'll be fine.
Nice. Yeah, I must
How long
admit,
until the
I
chopper
prefer
gets
Gat
here?
in this
I don't
one.
know.
Yeah.
Probably like
It was just
2
kind of
waves
I
of
just
SWAT
found him
guys.
kind of meh
Sounds
and a bit
about right.
annoying in the previous games.
Yeah.
Here they come.
Gun do I want? There
Which,
we go.
which infinite
Yeah.
ammo gun?
Oh,
You have one that shoots, I believe that eventually there's upgrades that make all of your bullets explode as well.
Oh, nice.
So you're essentially firing a machine gun that is like grenades, but they're bullets.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just yeah. Yeah, the end of this game is just everything is just inconsequential. By the end of this game, you are just tearing
If I see
through
him again.
I thought you
everything, which is actually
something
quite
nice.
nice.
Don't even go
Because I feel like something that sometimes upsets the flow of a lot of games is you're in a mission and you're having fun, and then you don't realize it. You get riddled with bullets, and all of a sudden you got to reset to a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Whereas when you get towards the end of this game, you know, the game actually does. A lot of games try to get harder as they go along. Whereas because if you're upgrading all your stuff in this game just gets consistently easier.
Yeah.
And things get like
But it gets more ridiculous
yeah,
as well. which
everything
is-
gets more ludicrous, and that's sort of what substitutes for the challenge. Is
Yeah.
that you're seeing everything just blow up, and everything is falling apart, and you don't care because you're just standing in the middle of it all laughing. So I found that by the end of the game, that it was by the time you get to the end, you've done all the side stuff basically that you want to do, and you just kind of skip through the main story, and it's quite nice because you can just breeze through it because you do kind of want to see the story.
Yeah, you
By
want
the, end
to
of
see what
this,
happens.
by the end of this game, you're like, yeah, I want to see where they're going
Because I think
with
that's
this
what
crap.
bogged me down in a lot of GTA games and stuff as well, where you just kind of like it goes on forever.
Yeah,
But not in like the story stops when you have to go do all this other
Yep.
shit, and it's
yeah, you notice that.
this does it really well. It's
Yeah.
like flows really well.
Like even like GTA 5, which I think has had the best story in a GTA game. Because I mean, the story in the fourth one kept me going, although it did have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Like this has been discussed at length in Eco Relic.
Yeah.
Is kind of the problem with GTA 4.
Oh,
but
near shot. Sorry.
And you?
in GTA 5, you are kind of like it's really well written and all that, but there are huge chunks in the middle where you're just like dealing with characters that have just been introduced, it seems, to give you missions
Yeah, where you
to
have to
go
go
and do because they feel like
bowling or
yeah, they feel like no, it's not even that. It's more just sort of like this is a whole section in the game where you're working for like a movie producer and stuff, and he's kind of irrelevant. He's kind of this. The stuff with him's really well written and all that, but it just doesn't feel relevant to the main story of the Ultimate. Because the thing about GTA 5 is you're basically the main story. is you're
Sorry. I love the random stuff that the police say to you during this.
They're like trying to get you to stop.
Please sign your weapon and drop it on the ground.
All right.
Please make it easy on the squad for once. And it's like you're just mowing people down, but
Yeah.
it's like
Like you don't even have a health bar here or anything because I'm pretty sure you can't die.
no.
I mean, you've got infinite ammo. I mean, see, the thing is, see this right here? By the time you get to the end of the game, this is what you'll be like. This is sort of like a tease.
Yeah.
Because you can just run around. I mean, look at this. This is freaking daft.
In the best possible way.
Oh yeah. This is kind of like, this is sort of like something you'd see in, say, an Uncharted game. Only they're treating it a lot more flippantly. Because on Uncharted, you would be screaming and panicking, and Nathan Drake would be having a terrible time and
Yeah.
terrified. Whereas he's just loving it.
Chilled out.
He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna stand on the top of this huge safe that's floating like 30 stories up.
Just another day.
Yeah, mowing down cops. It sets up the rest of the game really, really well. And I think this is a game that if you haven't played it, it's totally worth going back to. I don't know if you can go back to it from. I think having played Saints Row 4, I don't know if I could feel.
My son wants me shouting.
Yeah, I feel as though I might feel a bit handicapped. I think going back into this
Yeah.
because of the ridiculous extent you can go to in Saints Row 4 of stuff you can do. compared to this, because the upgrade tree is a lot faster. It seems from before, where you're just becoming Superman almost immediately. Whereas in this, it takes to the end of the game to become Superman.
It's just I can't get over the big head.
Yeah. Right,
but this is like a dumb Jason Statham movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's got that same sort of like, but with far better humor.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know. I feel as though I'm not really a big fan of the Jason Statham genre.
No, I think they're fucking
anymore.
terrible, to be honest. Like, they were funny at the start, and then it's just like...
I think the first Transporter film is pretty good, and I guess Crank has its moments, but yeah, I feel as though, for me, Jason Statham is now not a mark of quality. Right, so here we go. Is this you getting into the character creator now?
Yeah, so
okay,
you just customize. So just go with the first guy and customize him.
Standard mail. And of course now what we do is we find every slider that there is and put it all to one end of the other and see what comes out. There we go. Okay.
Body mask.
Yeah, there you go.
Why not?
Of course. Old as fuck. 0. I believe this is just crotch size.
Yes.
And on ladies, I believe it is chest size. That seems to have gone inverted there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Crawl back inside.
That's what we're going with then.
My next idea? So much chaos.
See that?
So little time.
That's the one I like. That's the one I like. Although what I like to do is have a lady with male voice 3. I find that much more entertaining. Also, that's the good taunt as well. Hold on. Is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Simple as just fat default guy Cockney. Fair enough.
Well, because he's, they've been living off the high life for so long, and
would you imagine he's let himself go a bit?
Because in my actual game, I created sort of a cross between Keanu Reeves and Ice Cube.
Yes.
I wanted to create
the dude we were playing at the start of
this.
Yeah.
We traded our dicks in for pussies.
He's sort of the
movie deals.
Is that your like view of the ultimate male then,
or the ultimate like
worth a shitload of money?
Kind of badass superhero? Yeah,
I think so.
Cross between John Wick and Friday.
So the thing about Ice Cube and Friday, I mean, he's not exactly
He takes down Debo. Come on, like
he does.
Hit him with a brick.
Yeah. He hits tiny Zeus Lister around the head with a brick. Which is kind of cheating. I gotta say, it's not really playing fair. Also, I mean, if you look at Ice Cube's track record with action movies, I mean,
Triple X,
Ghosts of Mars, if you want to include that. I mean, it's not exactly
a horror film.
It's not a series of high accolades. I know, but he's kind of trying to be an action star in it, running around with his pump action shotgun and trying to say, important things, and they all kind of fall flat. And he does that, of course, weird lip sneer that he does that is really not convincing. Actually, he likes to do when he's
just a big cuddly thing. I find, to be honest.
I think that's Ice Cube's
which is hilarious because it's like one of the most influential rap bands of
I
all time.
I know. I mean, he was in NLBA, and then he is known as Ice Cube. He's the guy, but he's kind of a big cuddly teddy bear man, right? I mean, you said that yourself before, that he is sort of this big teddy bear. It kind of works against him.
That is before taxes, of course.
I think when he was younger, he definitely had a lot more anger.
Yeah,
and then that sort of like faded a bit.
He's less intimidating now because he looks like he's had a lot of sweets. He's been living. He is kind of what you're saying now about this guy. I think he's been living the high life a bit too long.
There's a brilliant picture on the internet of him chilling with Cypress Hill, and he's got an AK, and it's like, I used to be like, and it's a picture of that, and then it was like, and it's a picture of, I think from
Are We There Yet?
Are We There Yet? Holding a chipmunk with a wee smile on his face.
Oh, I haven't even seen that movie, and I just know that it's a nightmare.
What the hell's going on?
Okay, here we go with yes.
No, not without
This is the
no, without you.
Yeah, this is the point where you think, right, you're playing this intro and you're swinging off a bank vault, and you're thinking, right, this is as ludicrous as this could possibly get, right? No.
Fly it back to Stillwater.
Now things get even more ludicrous. Now, do you have to fight your way through the plane first?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Before
Details,
it gets to the good
details.
stuff.
Just cover the
Oh,
boss.
this is kind of good stuff too.
Go.
I think we should get to the end of this segment before we finish here, just to see how stupid this gets. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, shoot up on a plane, which of course would be the worst idea ever.
Yep.
Right, because now this plane's full of bullet holes, right? But hey.
Although, didn't they do Mythbusters of that where it won't actually release cabin pressure?
They did. I mean, it doesn't suck you out, but at the same time, you're not going to be able to breathe properly up that high.
I don't think this guy can breathe that properly anyway.
I don't think it matters to this guy.
I think it's a game. I think he's alright.
I think you're right.
I think out of all the things, cabin pressure in this game is not going to be
Yeah, they're not going to worry about
the thing that kills us.
No. There we go. Oh, actually, I think you've now got a health bar for the first time as well.
Yeah.
So they're introducing the idea that maybe you could die.
Although I think this is just a stamina bar.
Is it? Oh no, it's like they haven't even yet. They haven't drawn it in. You're right. It's just the yellows.
I love the music.
Now you just don't Oh no, there's your health now. Yeah, you totally got a health bar.
But I still don't feel the need to like dodge or predict.
Yeah, I mean you're not taking cover right now. There's nothing even to take cover behind.
Wow, there's always Chris.
I guess. But I mean, it's got that sort of Call of Duty style. Well, I guess it's really calling it that now. Call of Duty style recovering health thing. They were the first ones to well.
Was it?
You know, Halo was really the first one to do it, but everybody assigns it to Call of Duty.
Okay.
Because in Halo you had your shield that would deplete, and then it would beat whenever it ran out, and then you would have health under that that would go down, and it wouldn't recover. But Call of Duty just took that out of the equation, I think, and also took the idea of your health being on screen. They got rid of that as well, so it became, I think that's why it became synonymous with I've been shot with 20 bullets, so I'm going to sit behind this rock for 3 seconds, then I'm going to find the thing. Realism. Which is like, yeah, I guess, if you're going for realism, you know, that's not great, but if you're going for having fun,
I like to think this is like the gangster version of John Candy.
this guy here, falling down the sky. Now, you do have your parachute there. Now, here we go. Now, this is just fucking stupid. There you go. This is weird to me because I only ever played this on the 360 and seeing all these weird PC prompts and strings. There you go. You also seem to be, you still got infinite ammo, but now you're having to reload.
Yeah.
So I think they're breaking you in gently.
Yeah. Don't want to rush me with too much stuff.
Sort of teasing the later game stuff while slowly removing it from you. There you go. So here you are, falling out of the sky, having a firefight, kind of like the movie.
Kind of losing everybody.
I'd say this is kind of like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Eraser.
When
he jumps out of a plane and is having shootouts.
I'm gonna stick with Keanu Reeves and what do you call it?
What am I forgetting something?
Point Break.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That'll do. Just maintain your theme. I feel as though the boss character is a little bit more clued in than Keanu Reeves would be. I don't feel as though Keanu Reeves would be. The man who's made a career out of not knowing what's going on. Yeah.
In the most excellent way.
Oh yeah.
See what I did there? Excellent.
Indeed. Oh no.
I'm not gonna lie.
I saw it. I just ignored it. And here we go. Now this is a racer. This is exactly what happens in a racer.
I haven't seen that in ages.
Oh, it's.
I remember liking it.
Yeah. I'd say it's probably been about 10 years for me. But I saw it a lot when I did see it. This is you have to kill the pilot, right? Or do you just go? I don't think you even do. No, that's what he does. That's what he does in Eraser. He kills the pilot.
Steady now.
And I think you do. You got to shoot the window out, and then.
It doesn't matter though. It could miss.
Yeah. This is just what's happening now. All the way through the plane. Yep. I'm still managing to hit guys, blowing up the red barrels.
Calmly taking off that guy's parachute.
Indeed.
And boom, we're
and
away.
now we are again, of course, and now we have a whole new parachute, so everything's still fine.
I like the flipping around.
Yeah. It's quite novel.
Take this one out. I love a good fight.
I forgot I haven't played this in so long. This game is fantastic. Do you remember how much you paid for this?
I think it was like £3 or something.
That's fucking amazing.
The way I look at it is like, you know, you go to the movie and the movie's gonna cost you like £5.
It would cost you. I don't think
I go during the day.
in a while.
Well, I haven't, but I go during the day, so it's matinee prices.
Yeah, last time I went to the movies, it cost me £15. I know.
Just for the movie? Or did you buy popcorn and stuff?
I bought a drink.
Whoa.
I bought a drink and it cost
You buy
me
2
15
tickets?
British pounds. No! No, I did not! Isn't that the Odeon?
Oh yeah, no, I go to.
It is an absolute fucking... Oh.
It's like 4 quid during the day.
And I understand that cinemas make their money. You know, they don't make a lot of money out of the ticket prices.
Yeah.
I think that's why ticket prices get so ridiculous, and then also why concessions and stuff are so expensive. That's where they make their money.
Yeah.
But still,
I smuggle mine in a bag.
so do I usually. But see, I used to be of the opinion that I was supporting the cinema by buying at the concession stand because I didn't want cinemas to close. 'Cause I really like going to the cinema. But at this point, the price of it has outweighed my fervour for doing that. So yeah, I don't do that anymore.
But anyway, completely off topic.
Yeah, back to the game.
So I would highly recommend it. I've been enjoying my 2 hours or whatever I've been playing it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but it's fun. It doesn't take itself seriously.
Yeah, I think if you're in the mood for some open world nonsense,
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans is exactly the right word. If you're in the mood for some kind of crazy open world shenanigans, this is a really good game to go back to.
I didn't even notice like the Tom Petty reference.
Yeah, no Tom Petty reference there. Lovely. Alright, thank you very much. I don't know if that song's even in the game, but who knows.
Who knows?
Yeah, so, yeah, I think this holds up going back to it. If you fancy going, you can pick this up for so cheap now.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sure, I haven't looked, but I'm sure you can probably get Saints Row 4 for quite cheap as well. I wouldn't recommend Get Out of Hell. It's sort of a damn squid.
Oh, okay.
As far as this goes. It kind of just takes the stuff they did in 4 and just sort of recycles it a bit and makes it a bit more bland and boring, which is something weird to say about a Saints Row game, but it is kind of boring. Get Out of Hell. Whereas 4 just takes this game and ramps everything way up. But it's nice to go from this to that, so I would recommend playing this first highly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna it's not the sort of game that I would play all the time. It's the one that like bored at a weekend.
Dip in and out.
Yeah, kind of just
Yeah.
want a bit of fun. Like that's for me. That's what these games are. They're just your fun games that you go back to.
Yeah, and if it's been a week since you played it, and you don't really remember what's going on in the plot. It kind of doesn't matter.
No, because there's always little recaps and stuff, and you're always gonna remember when you start doing stuff.
Yeah, and then it's not even the plot that really matters. It's the wonder of the things you're doing to facilitate the plot that really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's okay. Just stop doing the things you're doing, you horrible man. Okay, well, thanks for watching. That was Saints Row the 3rd. You can follow us we're on Twitter and Blogspot. Links will be below the video. We're also on Twitch. We'll be linked to those as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Bye.